Episode 65, Project Tight Squeeze, back in the shed. Got my radiator back from Leroy at Advanced Creations. He's welded some gizmos on there for me, and I'm going to mount the radiator today. Easy as that. Follow me down here. Over here's better. Oh, I'll just trip over my tools, it's all good. See this? We've got a wheel, and it's attached. Ooh, there's dirt on my toe. Yeah, brake conversion's done. My brakes, got my fiddle brakes, all done, fitted, and happy. One thing I did find out is the casting on these rotors is crap. You can hear it. They literally spin with a wobble. Cheap rotors, I guess. I don't know. I just asked for rotors. That's what they gave me, but it's self-clearance. I'm gonna be fine. Not worried about it. So, as you may see just here, we've got some rubber mounts. Lee made these up, spun them up in the lathe, welded them on the bottom, and then we've put these. They're actually EFS shock bushers. Put some on there. And then I've got some more to go on the top when I drill it. The reason for doing that is you want rubber to take the vibrations out, especially being a aluminium radiator. You don't want to like weld stuff on here and have it hanging off, because aluminium's not very strong in that sense and it likes to crack. So we've got to rubber mount it, take the vibrations out, and then we're going to have rubber at the top as well. I'm basically going to have a piece of roll cage tube with a captive nut in the top and then a rubber on top of that, which will go in between these bits that Lee's welded on there. So, let's get stuck into it. Right, first things first, I gotta clean up these old bits of axles and all the crap that I left from doing the axle swap. So, give me a sec and I will be back. So, I found this old piece of angle iron I'm gonna use. Kind of works perfect, really. I've stacked these washers here to give me 6mm or 1/4 inch of space away from the radiator, so when it's sitting in its hole it's not touching. And basically I'll just cut two smaller pieces. I think it's going to be easier. Maybe. Or I might just chop one bit off the end and use the whole piece, we'll see. So what I've done is basically got in here, it's quite awkward, and just mark the center of this locator pin, and then I'll take a measurement, then I can lock it in place and mark the other side, etc. Right, so basically this is how I'm going to mount my radiator. Got these two uprights out of some leftover roll cage tube, and then obviously just notch them to suit at the bottom. cut the angle right so that they sit nicely on the radiator, and then I welded the nut to a off-cut of round steel, and I'm just going to weld that to the top of the tube, and then that's one captive nut, one piece, and then that'll be welded on the bottom. So to take my radiator out, just undo the 2 bolts which have the rubber in between, and then it'll just slide up and out. Well, it's done, it's in, securely mounted on rubber blocks. I'll probably add a couple more rubber blocks on the top just to take up the load on the bolt and stuff, but yeah, I'm happy with it. It's tidy enough, it's out the way, it's clear of the fuel tank, and yeah, for all you guys that are going to tell me that it's a silly place to put it there, I'm not going to be able to see out the back anyway, because there's going to be a big spare wheel on the back and roll cage stuff, so I'm not too worried about visibility. What I'm going to do is have like a reversing camera set up on the outside of the roll cage or spare wheel so I can see what's going on. And the reason I did this was because when I had it down here in the gap, there was kind of nowhere for the air to escape, and well, I could have made all sorts of custom stuff, but it's too hard basket. So what I've done, put it up here, and then obviously when the door goes on, I'll just run no glass, and I'll just put some pinch weld around the edge of the door seam so it's not sharp, and then the fans will go on the back here and they can suck the air straight out and keep it cool, and hopefully we have no issues. I don't know if you guys remember, but this truck's a bit custom, and it's got a sunroof at the back, so worst case I could make some ducting off that sunroof and get a nice solid clean airflow into that radiator if we need to. But I think I'll spend the money. I've come this far with decent parts, so I think I'll spend the money on some good fans, maybe some Spell fans or Davies Craig fans or something like that, and yeah, I want reliability when we're out there. So yeah, apart from that, it's good to have it back on all 4 wheels. Disc brake's done, I just need to buy one more caliper, but that's easy. Don't even think I need to take the wheel off to put that on. So yeah, progress, it's good. Try and keep the momentum up. I'm gonna possibly look at taking it somewhere soon and taking the body off, finish welding off all the stuff I couldn't get to, and mounting. I've got my hydraulic bump stops, red flow ones, and I just got some bump stop cans the other day, so when the body's off I'm going to mount these up, and yeah, another job to do. We'll get there. Got to start looking at finishing off the brake lines, like just put all the brake lines in, get it to the point where it's ready to bleed and put fluid and everything else. Anyways, that's me for the week. If you guys want to subscribe and tell all your friends about us, we've got some new ideas we're going to work on for next year. We're going to change things up again as we like to do each year, but we've got some cool ideas that we think you guys are going to like. So keep an eye on it, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell notification, and if you want to support the Tight Squeeze, feel free to jump on our website and grab a t-shirt or a hoodie depending on where you are in the world. And I'll see you guys next week.